causing
cost of this Tarte device.
Let's talk about the Tarte.
This thing about the Tarte device is the fact that they spent.
everyone and their mother right now is talking about the influencer.
Our prayers have been answered. Maureen Kelly, the CEO of Tarte.
So I've been thinking a lot more about this whole.
We're going to Dubai with you guys. Let me just get my.
I am losing my mind. Watch.
It's really important to me that when you see our socials and our website,
I am absolutely loving the
So I figured out
I need to talk about this.
Okay, so everyone's talking about right now.
but I think everyone's talking about.
Here's the
There's something going on with this Tarte. There's something going on with this. There's something going on with this.
This is exactly what I was talking about.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are wondering what this look is from, don't worry, I already have it up on the channel. Go check it out wherever they have the little thingy thing. Go check it out if y'all want to see how I did this look. But if not, stay tuned for this riveting story. It's not riveting, it's not that. But before I get into anything, like, subscribe, comment down below, and also turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss a video from me, which will be 2 every week. Ha ha ha. I like how that somewhat rhymed, but only in my brain. Today, I wanted to talk about something that is going on in the TikTok community. And of course, TikTok is life right now. TikTok is, you know what? I'm not going to be one of those people that do like, talk about something that's going on TikTok and be like, oh, I hate TikTok, blah blah blah. I love TikTok. Like, I love it. I love it for the beautifulness, the nuance of just like the stupidest, randomest shit that's on there. But I also hate it in that same sense because people are so consumed by the dumbest shit in the world, and it's like, why are you so obsessed with this? But today I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna be just on that side of TikTok because clearly I love beauty. I love the aesthetics. I love makeup. I love, you know, all of that. And I want to talk about something that has been going on in the beauty community on TikTok that everyone has been up in a roars in. And that is the Tarte trip. The Tarte Dubai trip for influencers, beauty influencers at that. And y'all, they have been going fucking bonkers with this shit, like bonkers. And it's like, it's not really that serious, it's not really that deep, but there is a nuance to why everyone's talking about it, and that is because Tarte has had many controversies in the past. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all not a beauty girly, let me catch y'all up to speed. Tarte is very well known for not being inclusive. They are not inclusive with their shade ranges, and they're not inclusive with their trips. There have been a lot of speculations about Tarte only honing in on one demographic as to why they do certain things when it comes to branding, when it comes to trips, when it comes to, honestly, overall, just on their freaking pages, they are not very inclusive. Let me actually show y'all something right now, because I've been a makeup girly for a long time, and when I say I've never bought anything from Tarte, I mean I have never bought anything from Tarte, like at all. I think when everybody was talking about the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, everyone was like, yes, get this concealer, it's like the best concealer ever, like yada yada yada, blinga blinga blee. I was like, come on now, no. It's not gonna work for me. I just want to show y'all something. Let's go to Tarte Instagram page. And if you type in Tarte Cosmetics, get to their page, 10 million followers, high performance natural beauty, yada yada yada. Let's y'all see they talking about the Dubai trip. Let's see what they, you know, what all the girlies are talking about. Okay. This is the CEO. Yeah, so we see she is, you know, getting a little bit of stuff from other people. Okay. This is a colored girly. Okay. I'm just gonna tap through these because I really don't. Okay, we got a brown girly. I love to see it. Okay. Okay. And I think a lot of TikToks were like looking at this picture like, oh, I can't find anybody I can relate with. Then my girl Monet McMichaels, I love her. That's kind of how I found out about this whole thing. Her and ALIX EARLE were both on the trip, so that's kind of how I found out. But yeah, as y'all can see, it's not too many girls of color in here. And yeah, but that's Monet McMichaels. I love her. But yeah, you can see that the Tarte trip didn't have that much diversity on the trip. And then let's see their actual page. Oh wow, the first one is a brown girly. Love to see it. Love to see it. Let's see here. We got some, you know, we got some girls of color. We have somebody else. Oh, okay. They must have changed their shape tape thing, because when I used to buy it back in the day, when it first came out, the shade range was garbage. Okay, garbage. I was like, I can't find my color anywhere. Although I personally don't like Tarte, like, not because of their non-inclusivity. I just never really reach for Tarte. Like, I don't know. I mean, I also wear makeup like this, so that may be why. But it looks like now, like right now, they have a lot of people that, you know, they are more inclusive with their shade range. Let's see these bronzers. Girl, no, what the hell? I don't really see too much. This deep is like some people's foundation color. So, I mean, and this rich bronze is like people's foundation color. I could probably do the deep bronze or the warm bronze. Not really the warm bronze. It probably wouldn't do too much for me. But I could probably do the deep bronze. But I am on the lighter side. Clearly, we're talking about people that are rich in the melanated color. They're not really inclusive with, like this girlie that they have in here, like in this picture, she's not the darkest shade. Like, she's not a dark-skinned black woman. There's so many people that you're missing out on, and it doesn't seem like they have too many dark-skinned women on here. Like, okay, this woman, she's a little bit darker toned. The eyeshadow is not cute to me personally, but you know, I don't see too many darker skin colored women. And if they do, they never do like a whole face. They just do like an eyeshadow, which I'm like, babes, I need a whole face routine. Okay, this is the first dark skin girl I've seen on their thing. So she's darker, but it looks like they just have like a highlight on her and eye makeup. Like, why are y'all promoting just the eye makeup? What about the foundation and stuff? Like, it just says get a full face holiday glam, but this is advertising the brushes, and it looks like she just has on like highlight, and she may have on makeup, like, but I doubt it was Tarte's. But yeah, like Tarte doesn't have too many people of color on their page. I'm not gonna lie. Like, compared to, like, let's do another brand that I'm obsessed with, Fenty Cosmetics, Fenty Beauty. When you pop in there, you know, got brown woman, you know, we got some darker shade of women of color, yes, are being prominently shown. There goes the girl, ALIX EARLE. Yeah, you have like, boom, darker skinned woman. You have women of deeper shades. You have women of unique shades on this page. You still have a saturation of fair toned women, But I feel like on here, like, yeah, it's definitely more of like showing women of darker skin tones, which Tarte is not really showing too much of that. I'm not gonna lie. So, but they are making an effort to show more people of color on their pages. I did not know that. Yeah, so y'all might be like, well, Yasmin, what is you trying to prove? Is you trying to prove that Tarte is not inclusive, or are you trying to prove that, you know, this trip is horrible? No. No, I'm not. I actually saw a TikTok of this woman, and I'll put the TikTok here.
And my response is probably not going to be what you think it's going to be. The CEO of Tarte Cosmetics is speaking directly to her ideal, her dream customer in a very unapologetic, direct way. And this is why she's extremely successful and worth almost $100 million. How do I know this? Because I teach people how to use this exact same strategy in their business. Every successful business uses what's called a customer profile, or a customer avatar, or a buyer persona. If you don't hear a business speaking to you, or if you don't see your imagery in their marketing, it's because you are not their ideal or target consumer. And that is completely okay. Here's my issue. Here's my question I need to know is, why are you so adamant of being in the room, in a space that does not want you there and sees you as an afterthought? That's the real question.
She literally described it, Mamoon perfecto. Tarte is not targeted for everyone. And that's why people should not be mad at this trip. So I remember watching the OG girlies go on Tarte trips, and honestly, didn't really see that many people of color going on those trips at all. At all. And with that, I took my more melanated tone and I said, you know what? Maybe Tarte is more for like the girlies who are a little bit more fair skinned. Maybe like the, you know, the really, really pale girlies, you know, or just like a generic, you know, generic faces, you know, very generic skin tones. And after that, I took my melanated self to other places. And I know it is very upsetting to see, not to see so much representation in makeup and not seeing that much representation in the beauty community. It is very frustrating. As an African-American woman, it's a very frustrating thing. I know. And the crazy thing is, I'm not even the darkest shade. I'm not even, some people, like, I'm like tan, and then some places I'm like deep warm, and then some places I'm considered dark skinned. It's very frustrating to go into a place and not find your shade and not find your color. And I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that at all. What I'm arguing is that Tarte was never meant for girls of color. And I did that side-by-side comparison from Tarte to Fenty, because Fenty is known for being more inclusive. They are known for being inclusive for Black women, women of different tones, deeper tones, lighter tones, those weird tones in between. They are known for being that inclusive. So when you see them doing if you see Rihanna having ambassadors for Fenty Beauty, they are women of deeper skin tones. They are women of those weird shade ranges that we don't find in the stores. They are known for that. Tarte has never been known for being inclusive for the brown girlies, which is why I'm like, you know, why do we care so much about this trip? But I think the trip kind of smacked everybody in the face and just made people realize that Tarte is not for the inclusivity of every person, included, and especially included Black people. Now, am I saying that like, oh, we should okay Tarte for doing that? No, I don't think so. I don't think we should, like, you know, be happy that that's what the thing is, but we can't be mad that the trip was not inclusive when the makeup isn't inclusive. You know, like, you didn't see a darker skinned girly on that trip for the reason that you didn't see a darker skinned girl on their Instagram page. They don't target the darker skinned girlies. But if I would see a trip for Rihanna necessarily, she was to take a bunch of people to Dubai, and if she didn't have a dark skinned girly, I would be like, Rihanna, why not, girl? Now, I am pretty shocked that Tarte did have some dark skinned girlies on their darker toned girlies on their Instagram, but they don't really market a lot to dark skinned girlies. So I wasn't really, like, I was more shocked to see it on their Instagram page than to like not see nobody on the trip, because like I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure no one of darker skin tone is gonna be on their trip. They don't even target to darker skin tones. Like, if you see that shade range, that shade range is trash. Ain't nobody darker skin shopping at Tarte. Even when like Tarte did their PR, and I remember Jackie Aina did like a thing for them, and she was like, this is not a big enough shade range. I remember so many people talking about this is not a big enough shade range. After that, I was like, okay, I would never shop at Tarte. Like, they don't have a deeper shade range, so there's no reason. You know, on their page, like, they just got a little reel for Dubai. Like, if you're sending people to a Dubai, maybe you should come out with like a new eyeshadow. Maybe they, you know what? Let me double check, cause maybe that's what they did. And cause my thing is, if you're gonna send somebody out for a trip, shouldn't you be coming out with something that like mimics the trip? Maybe like a you know, like a sundew palette, or like, you know, like a new warm tone palette, or a new foundation. Okay. Okay. It was for their bronzers, so that's why they sent everybody out to Dubai. And as y'all can see, them bronzers didn't have that much of a shade range either. So, but I wanted to put in a little bit of TikToks that I saw about the Dubai trip and why people were so up in arms about it. So I just want to do a little commentary with that too.
The Tarte influencer trip. If you haven't been on the timeline or the For You page, there is a brand trip going on, you know, being held and hosted by Tarte in Dubai. And they're flying out a bunch of influencers, of course, ALIX EARLE, Monet, Iskor Lawrence, the MIAN twins. Basically, they're inviting their Tarte like partners, and they get to bring a +1. A bunch of them are posting so much content. A lot of them are just now getting there. Actually, it's like probably nighttime by the time I'm recording.
They are filming content, but not like content for not content for Tarte. Like, I feel like they're filming content for themselves. I haven't seen too many things targeted necessarily using like I haven't seen anybody do like oh, this is a Tarte face. You know, but maybe I'm wrong. I could definitely be wrong, but I haven't seen too many people do that.
They got to like their hotel rooms, and y'all, these villas are amazing. They got their own.
I think the villas were okay. I've seen, not in person, of course, but I've seen better villas. I've seen people go and get better villas than this, and they bring in a +1, so they sharing a room. I don't know. I feel like I've seen
personal bathroom, endless merch, tons of makeup. Like, y'all, there's so much product that
okay, they actually are bringing, like, they actually do have Tarte products.
They also had clothes, a makeup product, more clothes, swimsuit, just a whole bunch of stuff for them. Now, this isn't just like a Tarte, you know, trip for like US influencers. This is from like Tarte, you know, partners from all over the world. So literally 8 different countries, 50 inspiring, you know, Tartletties, I don't know, plus their +1s. So basically it's a big old trip. Now, people are talking about it for various reasons. One, how the heck can Tarte afford all this?
That's the main thing, because I have not seen Tarte on my timeline before this trip.
Second thing, you know, just seeing, you know, people that they follow for a long time get this opportunity. Other people, you know, kind of talk out of jealousy and FOMO because, you know, these are people that, you know, have attained a status and they want to go to that. And then there are people who are having valid conversations about, oh, there's a recession, you know, right now. They're flying out influencers to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this trip, and it's so not relatable. All of that very valid. For me, I honestly don't feel a way about it, because this is honestly no different than other influencer trips that we've seen in the past. And again, this is being held by like Tarte, like globally. So like honestly, the money they're showing out to finance this trip, it's kind of like lunch money compared to like how much they are like net worth wise. Although their net worth is not known, they acquired approximately over $36 million in profit net worth wise.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Oh yeah, and also a lot of people were talking about how people aren't relatable anymore. I didn't want to make that video because I'm going to make a video about that later on. Not later on today, but I'm going to make a video about how people are saying that people in the beauty community are no longer relatable. That's an argument on TikTok. So yeah, I'm going to make that video a little bit later. Today is just talking about the Tarte trip and why people are so up in arms about this Tarte trip.
Last year,
to set the record straight on this trip, and she's giving us all the details. Since 2015, they have done over 20 of these kinds of trips, and she explained that they really prioritize putting their marketing budget into building relationships with influencers, just like some brands invest in a Super Bowl commercial or a multi-million-dollar contract with some athletes. The theory is debunked though, because they did not have any help from the tourism board. However, they did partner with Sephora Middle East. We were correct on the room drops though. They actually do partner with tons of like-minded brands to give the influencers the clothes and all the gifts that you're seeing in their rooms. And I love this. They partner with tons of small businesses, and many of those are female founded. We love that. While she wouldn't give the details about how much this trip actually costs, what she did mention is they don't require anything, nor do they pay anyone to attend. There were a lot of theories out there that they were covering the cost of the trip and paying these girls on top of it.
I never thought they would pay anybody to go on these trips. They didn't pay people before to go on these trips, did they? If so, I'm shocked. Let's look at some black TikToks. Okay, she's just talking. Let's talk about some black TikToks. This is where I was coming from. How a lot of people were talking about how it wasn't diverse enough.
To garner money, attention, and value in their companies based off of controversy that they create on purpose. I've seen many black women and many other makeup artists making videos talking about their disappointment in the lack of inclusivity on these influencer trips. But what's a little more disappointing to me is that at this current moment, why would we even still respect or like this company enough to want to see black women on their trips? Don't you all remember a few years ago when they got called out by pretty much the entire makeup community because they put out this Shape Tape foundation that had a horrible
This one I'm talking
and pretty much later said that they would put out darker colors later. And if you were a part of makeup YouTube, you saw a lot of those brand trips, you know that there was never a lot of inclusivity. Tarte has pretty much made it clear that black women are not anywhere near their target audience. So I don't understand why we keep expecting more from them. We need to support who supports us. Okay.
Exactly. And she basically said everything I'm saying. Like, why are y'all so upset? They have never been inclusive with the dark skinned girlies. They have never been inclusive with the black girlies. And we are so mad at them when we could be hyping up platforms that are small businesses, small black owned businesses who could possibly do this in the future if we actually supported them. But we don't support them. We always try to go for, well, why can't this trip be for us? And why can't this, when we can make those spaces for us? But we're not making those spaces for ourselves because we too busy worried about what Tarte doing. Also, I didn't know people was talking about how Tarte was spending money on this when there was a recession going on. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Rich people don't care that there's a recession going on. Why do y'all? Like, not saying that y'all shouldn't care because y'all money is definitely gonna go into this recession. Mine is too. But I'm saying, like, why are we acting like this is something new? The rich never care about recessions. Okay? Y'all better get it together.
Of this Tarte Dubai trip. And all I'm thinking about is, where are the black people?
I want to say something about this. So apparently there's diversity on this trip because some people are Egyptian or Latina or I don't know, different ethnicities and nationalities are on this trip.
They are.
Therefore, it's considered diverse. You know, to me, the problem is that diversity should also be obvious. I shouldn't look at a picture of your brand trip. I shouldn't look at a picture of your company, like whatever it is, and be able to assume that everyone's white, even if they're not. There needs to be diversity and inclusion in color. I want to see different shades. I want to see people who look like me and darker. Stop.
I don't. I don't. Honestly, because I don't think they target anyone who is darker at Tarte. And I don't want them doing something that they clearly don't want to do. I don't want them to. So I'm not gonna lie. I don't want it to be anyone darker. That trip was good enough. I think people are valid for being upset. Especially in the climate that we are in now. In 2022, we are trying to be more inclusive, more diverse in everything that we do. But in the beauty industry, they still have a very long way to go. And that's why we have brands like Rihanna, Beauty Bakery, you know, those big known people who do specifically target women of color. Like, I'm like, y'all talking about this Tarte trip, y'all done made the Tarte trip so much more like valuable that people are shopping at Tarte and stuff like that. But if y'all had the same oomph that y'all have for like Beauty Bakery, then Beauty Bakery could probably do some branded trips like this. Or if y'all had the same, you know, oomph with you know, like Juvia's place. Baby, she's come in clutch. She's come in clutch for all the dark skinned girlies, the light skinned girlies, the women of color. Okay, look at this. This diversity on this good palette. She has been doing her thing. I don't see nobody talking about Juvia's place but like smaller content creators. But maybe if y'all start talking about those type of things more, then we can have more women of color going on these trips, being brand ambassadors for people who are targeting women of color, black women. So yeah, that's my whole thing about it, my whole shebang. You know, it sucks to suck, but if you ain't sucking it, I mean, I don't know why you upset, you know. But that's my thoughts on it. Let me know y'all's down in the comments below. Are y'all mad at the Tarte trip? Are y'all not surprised like me? Are y'all like, oh Yasmin, your thoughts are stupid and useless and you didn't even have to make this video? Who knows, you know? But I just want to hear y'all conversations about it in the comment section down below. Again, please like, subscribe, turn on notification bell so y'all can see my other videos that I come out with later on in the weeks. And thank y'all for sitting here and listening to me talk and watching some TikToks with me. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next week with a brand new video. Bye.